So I think a horse's prostate exam would be a lot messier than that, but I'm impressed you were able to achieve that wearing that white shirt.
I literally never know what the fuck is going to come out of your mouth. Like this is beginning to be almost a scary thing. Pressing record is getting scary.
Shouldn't have bought the horse.
Oh my goodness gracious! You're not right.
Hey,
my husband got his nuts cut yesterday.
Oh shit! How's he doing?
He's at work.
Fuck, I wasn't.
He got up and went to work. Like, yeah, it was really funny. They gave him Valium, and that lasted for a long time. He was goofy.
Yeah.
It only lasted like 10 minutes. Like we got there, they took him back, and 10 minutes later he came back out, and I was like, "What the crap?"
Yeah.
Went home. Someone from work called. I think a couple guys from there was like on a conference call, and I was laughing my ass off because we're walking in the house, and he's on the phone, and he was like, "No, man, I just got neutered." Like, oh my god,
that is correct.
He seems okay. He was a little uncomfortable. Yeah.
Good.
The peas came in handy. And thankfully, I got a couple different bags, and not the big, huge, giant bags. They're like, kind of like a medium size bags.
Yeah,
They're
you don't need the big bags.
Perfect. Yeah. I think he took one to work with him today.
He should have took a couple. Because that's the thing. Like they tell you need to stay still for a couple days.
I know.
Because if he rips one of those stitches, he is going to shit himself by the amount of blood that's going to come out of there.
Oh gosh, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, it's fine. Like they're like, hey man, like when I got mine, they told my because I went out like a bitch. I had them put me under.
Yeah, you are a little bitch for that.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. You gonna offer me drugs? Yes, give me drugs. Let me go to sleep, wake up, and be done. I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, and he told my wife, and I was kind of half into it then. He's like, you just need to sit still for a couple days. Like, just lay in bed, take it easy. You don't want this to come undone.
Well, Mike's not doing that.
I'm pulling for Mike.
He came home and he sat right at his desk for a couple hours, and he had said something about his paperwork was in the kitchen, so I went and I got it, and I look at it, and right away the very first thing says go home and lay down for 48 hours, and I was like, it says don't sit or else all the blood and everything's going to drain to that area, and I was like, so I went upstairs, I'm like, honey, you're supposed to be laying down. He just kind of grinned. So
he's high on Valium.
So we move him over to the bed, and he kind of finished out the evening there. He just kind of had put his laptop on his stomach and just kind of played whatever. But then he said he was going to work, and he did. He got up this morning. He slept through. He was still high on Valium this morning. I know he was. He never sleeps through his alarm, and he went right back to sleep. And
Valium's in your blood. It takes a little while to come out. He should be. Well, he's good. He's a grown man. He'll figure it out.
I love him to death, and I tried to get him to stay home. I tried. He's like you said, he's a grown man. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. If they have to put a stitch back in, he's only getting a local. The needle's gonna hurt worse than the stitch.
I really hope. I hope he takes it easy. But at least once he gets to work, it's just the sitting. There's nowhere to lay. He's gonna have.
You shouldn't be sitting on him. You shouldn't. Have him like that. Compression to like hold it tight is a good thing. They wrap that shit up pretty tight.
And hopefully he's still got all that on there.
Yeah,
he's still bandaged.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No worries.
We're in that stage where it's chilly and it's warm. It's chilly and it's warm.
Rex, me too. Rex, like everyone downstairs is like coughing, sneezing. I have to figure out because it's freezing next week for a couple nights, for 2 nights. I think that's going to be our last freeze.
I hope it is.
All my plum and trees are blooming. All my peach trees are blooming.
Can you wrap them?
I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to go buy some wrap for them.
That's such a pain.
Yeah. Otherwise I'll lose it all because it's getting down to 22. I'm just like, fuck, man. I guess once that bumps over, I'm going to put bring my Hawaiians back out and put all the long sleeves up. So looking forward to that. Love my Hawaiian shirts. Poor Mike.
He's going to be okay.
Yeah. No, I just like mine hurt for months. I would just sit
I
down and it'd be weird, and I'd be like, "Oh, what the hell?" And it's because my guy, like, cut them, folded it, and sewed it together.
hmm.
Like, he was very thorough. He was very thorough in explaining it to me, which, I mean, I appreciate, but I also kinda just like, "Dude, just pump the drugs into me and be done. Stop talking to me."
I do think that, after listening to him, like, tell me what happened and then hear him on the phone with some people from work on how it went, I think maybe this was one of his first experiences at somebody being down there, like, down with the junk, but not, like, catering to it, you know what I mean? Like, he was like, "He didn't care." I was like, "No, no, he
No,
didn't.
it's medical. It's
He's down
medical.
there working." Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not he's not treating you like all your last loves did. It's a little different.
No, he doesn't care. And for that, I'd just rather be out, you know what I mean? Like, whether it's a doctor and a nurse seeing my junk or a doctor, nurse, and the
Mhm.
anesthesiologist, and this I don't care if it's 5, 10, or 50 give me 50 people. I'm out cold. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't wanna walk.
Yeah.
I don't wanna look. I can't, man. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it really got in my head hard. That's that and when the doctor was talking to me about it, like, I love that he did it. He's like, "Listen, so you can come in and you'll be right out, or" he's like, "Your insurance will pay for you to be put under." I was like, "Drugs." Put me out, man.
And like I've said before, because you're my brother and I care about you and I love you, like, I'm fucking happy for you. But there's a big part of me that just gets really angered. Because, here we are. This is your experience, okay?
Yeah. Waking
I
up and it's done.
I I have my annual this afternoon.
Yeah.
I have my yearly with my OBGYN. Well, just a GYN at this point. But I have an IUD that's time for it to come out. And now that
Yep.
my husband's getting fixed, we're going to have the conversation today about taking my IUD out. And I know it could happen today. She might say, well, let's go ahead and take it out while you're here today.
He has 20 positive loads.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I know we have
Yeah.
to recheck in June. I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm also very anxious about getting ready on hormone replacement.
Yeah.
Uh, but anyway, not the point of it. The point is this IUD is going to come out and nobody's offering to put me out. Nobody's offering to give me pain pills.
No.
It's not even an option for me. And this is going to be, I think it's either my third or my fourth. I think it's my fourth IUD.
Mhm.
And every one that comes in or out, the pain just gets, uh,
It's scar tissue.
it's
Yeah.
so much worse. And
Yeah.
the last time I had it done, like, I cried through it, and I'm a
Mhm.
tough bitch, like, I don't usually cry through don't no. You can say whatever you want because 'cause you're my brother and I get it, but when it comes to, like, fucking being a mom and handling, like, business as a woman with my body, like, I am, and man, like, it brought me down, and I'm terrified, like, knowing that going in today,
Mhm.
I'm sick to my stomach knowing and to hear you say, like, insurance will cover it, so fuck yeah." It's like, I just kinda wanna stab you in the eye, I don't know.
Amy, it's very easy to understand why. People have always liked me more.
Oh my god. This is gonna be the shortest episode we've ever had.
People have always liked me more. He's willing to help me out.
I'm about to jump in the car and drive down there
I
and
get
whoop
bro
your
status
ass.
quickly with people. He's just one of us.
It
Be
is
what
t
it be,
it is
man. I
yeah,
mean,
it'd be what it be. That's really easy for you to say.
be what it be.
It is what it is. Sorry, sis.
Listen, I don't have any mileage in what the female experience is when it comes to these things. I don't.
No, but your wife
Uh,
does.
no, she doesn't.
What?
Not for those.
Well, I guess because she's not done that sort of
Yeah,
birth
she hasn't
control,
been
but
on any
she's
kind of
still been treated as a woman in the
yeah for
healthcare system.
12 years or whatever. Yeah, like she's 13 years ish. She hasn't been on anything like that. Yeah. Even then, before then, like when we decided, like, well, we don't really want to have a kid, but it's cool, and we think that these birth control things are probably really bad for you.
Yeah,
She just stopped, and we're like, all right, well, we got to be cautious,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Uh, so that's kind of where we've always been with it.
yeah.
No, yeah, no, I always think those things like what you have in the implants and some of the other stuff, I just always thought that was just experimental science at best, and they're just using everybody as a lab rat, which they are.
As a woman, as a
Yeah.
50-year-old woman who has done plenty of research before I put anything to my
Yeah.
body, I do agree with you on some of it. Some of the
Yeah.
implants and things, some
Mhm.
of the trends, I'm not a fan of. An IUD is completely
Mhm.
different, and there are different kinds. There's a low hormone release kind, or there's a
Mhm.
copper kind. I had the copper kind originally, the very first one I ever had, but the copper kind is more prone to infection.
Yeah.
And that when I had the copper one is when my first husband left me, and then I started dating my now current husband, and I was a lot more active back then, and it did get infected, and that was a horrible experience, so I never went
Mhm.
back to copper. But I've done the slow release, and it's been a wonderful thing for me and
Mhm.
my body, for my hormones, for my cycles. It's been a really great thing for me, but I do think there are a lot of things that they try to
Yeah.
push,
Yeah,
you know, on
they
me.
don't know the long-term effect.
Mhm. The one thing about this with the IUD that I'm a fan of is it's really just creating a hostile environment. Like, I'm not getting pregnant because there's a hostile environment in there. It's
Yeah.
not we're not putting anything in my body that's changing who I am. It is a
Mhm.
slow release hormone, but it is such a minute amount that's being released, and
Mhm.
it's over 5-year span that it's not really affecting anything
Mhm.
that I've ever been able to tell it within my body. So I'm a
Yeah.
fan of the
Oh,
IUD,
I'm not saying you
but
shouldn't be. Yeah.
I do, yeah. I
Yeah.
am not a fan of all the shots, all the new vaccines, all the new, they what is it? I know, and I might piss some people off, but the HPV vaccine that they've been pushing on kids for the last decade, I've never said yes to any of my kids getting it because what? You wanna practice that on my kids? What happens in 20 years when they wanna have kids? Like, we're not doing that. And I've told them all. I've explained to all of them as they became teenagers and they understood what the doctor's asking them and they understand that mom is
Mhm.
saying no. Look, when you're 18, you come back to the doctor, you research it, you do your own thing. If this is what you want in your body, you go do it. But mom's not doing that shit to you. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not signing off on that. And I don't think any of them have ever done it. And I also told them too, don't be a whore. A lot of that has to do, yeah, they're trying to fix a problem instead of telling you, hey, don't sleep around, don't be a whore. Like,
Yeah.
don't poke everything that you can.
Don't get
Instead,
poked by everything that offers. Yeah, like,
yeah,
minimize
those
body count.
both ways. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
If
minimize
you're
body count. You're not a
practicing safe sex,
pincushion.
yeah,
You
practice
know?
safe sex. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of experimental shit out there, and it definitely
Mhm,
and they don't tell you that. Like, they always say, "Oh, full confidence, this is what it" stop.
mhm.
Every doctor friend I have is a borderline alcoholic, if not full-blown alcoholic.
And
Alright?
the kickbacks that the doctors get from
Hell yeah.
pushing these new drugs, it's just
Yes.
not it's hard not for my mind to think about that, and I love the doctors that we have. I love the pediatricians, but I'm also aware of the game that everybody's playing, so
Mhm.
just that's fine, but not with my kids.
Yeah, do that shit somewhere else. Yeah, that's my point is I'm cautious. I mean, we have, like there's a testosterone issue for men and sperm count issue. I don't know if you know this. For men in Western world, everywhere that birth control is used, because it gets into the water system,
Oh, yeah.
and it
Yeah.
can't be out, and it's
Mhm,
affecting people.
mhm.
Um, like,
Well, it's
what did
also the
we do?
hormones that they put into
Food.
our food,
Yes.
right? That is
Uh, uh,
also
very
it's
potentially,
making
yes.
more feminine men, and it's making
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe. Because a lot of it, like with beef, isn't estrogen, it's growth hormone. And same thing with chicken. It's not estrogen based, it's a growth hormone. So really you would think people would be getting larger. And then again, it comes down to how their individual body
Oh,
just
people are
reacts.
getting larger.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
getting fat as fuck around here.
It depends on how they react, right? But
Yeah.
they're the craziest thing is the fattest people are the ones who aren't eating beef or chicken.
Mm. Yeah.
They're the ones who are eating sugar
Yeah.
and carbs
McDonald's
and
yeah,
pastas that are grown
pasta
here.
and bread and yeah,
Yeah, like, you can go to Europe, eat all the pasta you want, you're fine. Why? Because they don't allow any of the shit we allow here. You
yeah,
eat pasta here, it will fuck you up. You
yeah.
know? Like, so
Mm.
it's just one of those things. Same thing with our bread. Our bread isn't even bread anymore, you know?
Yeah. Mhm. I
It's
saw a
crazy.
TikTok where they opened a loaf of bread and took it and got it wet, and the way that I was like, "Wait, that's not what." And we
Bread
used to
does.
take bread and go feed the ducks, and you throw it in the water, and it just
Can't do that
immediately
anymore.
just falls apart, like, it's
Yeah.
just and now it's like this chunk just what? What are we doing
S
here?
Like, we put it this way, I have chickens, right? We have 12 chickens. We don't feed our chickens our leftover pastas or breads because it will mess them up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your leftovers that you just ate. Our world is backwards, I swear.
Yeah. It's it's bad. It's bad across the
Mhm.
board. All you can do is I need to get back into making bread again, but I've been busy writing. I've been busy with trying to be an appointed government official for a little while, so I've just been
Yeah.
busy. Um, Anywho, been watching The World Fall into Madness, or have you stayed away from it? I hope you stayed away from it.
I kind of have. I don't
Yeah.
really, when I don't enjoy that, social
Mm-mm.
media for me, TikTok, stuff like that is I get on there when I wanna just sort of decompress and not think about life. I've got a lot of responsibilities, a lot of kids, a lot going on, and
Mhm.
I want it to be enjoyable. So when I get on there and they immediately start talking about World War III, I close it.
Yeah.
Go back to Bridgerton. I can't. I just can't do it.
Yeah. No,
And I
it's yeah.
and to be fair, where my mind is at, I mean, of course, for everybody, the idea of war is horrible. But they talk a lot of shit all the time, okay? That's the word for years
Mhm.
now, we're constantly about to go to war. Things definitely are feeling more real right now, but for us, my daughter's getting married in Spain in October, and our whole world here
Mhm.
is wrapped up in what's gonna be happening in October in Spain, and I'm just, I'm really stressed out about what's gonna happen between now and then.
Yeah.
And I have mentioned it to her to try to prepare her, like, "Hey, you need to be paying attention, you know? I know this is bad timing, but you need to be paying attention." And, I mean, she just does she won't even hear it. Her her FYP page is completely different. She's not seeing any of it. She has no clue.
Yeah. Mine's mostly for watches and conspiracies, but I do pay attention what even though I don't want to. I limit the intake because most of it is nonsense. Most of it is fear porn or control. They're trying to elicit emotions from you.
Yeah.
They're trying to get you worked up. They're trying to keep you in this heightened stakes. You're easier to control. Things have kind of spiraled out. Um, the U.S. finally owned to blowing up a school of little girls. It's a little girl school, and
In
the fucked
Iran?
up, yeah,
Oh gosh.
and the fucked up thing is, it seems to be that Israel is calling the shots because what we did was an Israeli tactic. So we flew a Tomahawk, $2 million Tomahawk missile into this school with little girls in it and blew the fuck out of them. And then 40 minutes later, we did it again.
To
And
a
the
different
reason,
school or to the same place?
same school. And the reason you do that is you get all the first responders and everyone who shows up to help. It's what the Israelis do.
Dude, that's some Hunger Games shit.
It's what the Israelis do. That's an solid Israeli test. What they do to the Palestinians. Like
That's what they did at the end of Hunger Games.
they'll
They
shoot
bombed them, brought them in, and then bombed them all them. Yeah, fuck that.
yeah, they'll shoot kids in the street and stuff, and then they'll stop, and then as everyone's trying to wheel them off, they open fire again.
So how is Iran responding to this? Because I can't imagine how we would be responding if they came in and bombed a
So
school of
it's
little girls
obvious
here.
yeah, it's obvious they don't have nuclear weapons or they would have used them. Israel, on the other hand, has about 200 nuclear weapons, and I think that they're going to use them. They've also invaded Lebanon to their south. They look like we just pulled a bunch of embassy assets out of Turkey, which is interesting because they're a NATO ally. But Israel wants to go to war with them as well. I think they might try and start something with Jordan and Syria next, potentially Saudi Arabia and Egypt.
Good God.
And they're using our troops to do it. I also think the United States government is lying about how many U.S. troops have died. I also think we have U.S. troops on the ground, at least special forces,
I mean,
which
to
they're
what
denying.
extent can they lie about that? I mean, their families are here at home.
Families know what you tell them. They're not dead until you tell them they're dead.
I don't
Um, it's a little out of control. I can't figure out why we're there, and I just like this is the thing. And I saw you liked one of the comments I posted. I meant this. You have to someone you don't know me to understand. Like I was at January 6th. I was definitely a MAGA guy. Like make America great again. No new wars. Lower taxes. Illegals out.
Mhm.
Done. I'm with you. I'm with you. Voter ID, I'm about it. And now I think the king has gone mad. I think Trump has gone mad. I think I'm lost. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
It feels like he's been bought out like everybody else. Like, he's kind of been an arrogant prick standing on his own, "I'm gonna do what I want."
100%.
And now it doesn't feel that way. Now it feels like he's a puppet like everybody else has been.
Yeah, like you have Mark Levin that was standing up there and had his arm around his neck and like just shaking him. And you're like, that's the president of the United States. Get your fucking hand off him. What are you doing? And then you have him blatantly say, he's like, well, I have to check with, Bibi. He was in Benjamin Netanyahu, who, by the way, is hiding in Germany. He's not in Israel. And by the way, Bibi's family is in Miami because his son will be nowhere near this war. Barron will be nowhere near this war, right?
Mhm.
None of Trump's family will be anywhere near this war. I have no idea. Israel controls us. The Epstein files, I think this whole war is over the Epstein files. I think that's why they killed Charlie Kirk. Everything Charlie was saying was we have to get away from Israel. They're going to want to go to war with Iran. We can't go to war with Iran. He was the one talking Trump out of it and going there and making arguments. So they fucking had him killed. They tried to buy him. They tried to buy him with $1 billion offer. And he told them to go fuck themselves because the man had principles. And then they told his wife, who was a sleeper Mossad agent, all right, kill him.
And then 6 months later, we go to war with Iran.
And then we go to war with Iran. You got to understand, all social media is owned, other than X, but X is controlled. Like the person who's over like X's practices and their free speech aspect of it is a former IDF soldier.
Wow.
Who Elon put in charge. This chick, yeah, like she was over like cyber warfare and stuff for them. So now she's over like of course, like if you put synagogue of Satan, which the Bible references them as. At least Christ does, you get flagged for an anti-Semitic post, which is not an anti-Semitic post. Anyway, you have all the social media is owned by conglomerates out of Israel. All porn is owned out of Israel.
That's just insane.
In fact, AIPAC, the leading Israeli lobby group, do you know where a huge chunk of their funding comes from?
Huh.
The subsidiary that owns OnlyFans.
Oh.
That's what they're into. They own Pornhub too. They own all the vices. Victoria's Secrets, right? Les Wexman, Abercrombie and Fitch. Remember when they got in trouble for selling or people like were freaking out because they were selling like thongs for like 8-year-old little girls and stuff back in the day?
Yeah.
If you look at those businesses on the front, their math don't math. But they do have fashion shows and they do have all these women, and it seems to be that all these large pageants have never been anything but brothels for the elite. And governments use them to leverage people. The running theory is Les Wexman got the richest man in Ohio, got all his funding, from Israel. And then he turned around and put it. There's a
Is it just exposure? Like they're bringing all these kids, these girls, are they doing these things for exposure? So
yeah, they're turning our daughters into whores.
Can look at what the inventory? Like, is that
they're corrupting on a fundamental level female women through Victoria's Secrets and all these other things. They're whoring them out at an early age. That's how you win a real war, is you whore out the women of a people. So they have no morality. If you have no morality and there is no mother there, and you tell men that women are nothing but whores, then there is no father. You broke the family unit. You break the country. I think that's more akin to what's going on. And now that people are waking up to that, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy across the board. Bangladesh, India has lost power. Been having power outages because they got a lot of energy from the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran controls and is still shut down. A lot of manufacturing products run through there. Asia is going to suffer. The world prices are going to get
Because we
interesting.
need that, because we needed more of that.
It's not that
Yeah.
we need it, it's everyone else needs it. And since everyone else can't get it, because America is, I mean, we have the ability to generate unbelievable amounts of energy. I mean, just oil, gas, you have it. We can put it out there, no problem. The problem is everyone else will pay more for it than we will pay for it. So it's going to drive up the demand. And so it will drive up our price. We don't net import from there. That's not for us. Europe does. Europe can't get it. They got to get it from us. Another thing is you can see why we ousted the leader of Venezuela and put in a friendly person. And we've put American companies down there. Between America and Venezuela, we have oil supplies and gas supplies for the world on lockdown. Venezuela is one of the leading energy producers in the world. And we just took their president. We did it before we went to Iran to secure our oil and gas reserve interests.
Is that what all that was for?
Yes.
Just to...
That's all it was. We don't give a fuck about those people. In
We just
fact,
wanna make sure.
all of Central and South America is in chaos, and the reason it's ran like dog shit is because the United States makes sure it's ran like dog shit. We do that. We actively make sure that happens. We actively make sure those people can have better lives. Our intelligence agencies constantly pay people off and kill people and pay people to kill people and bribe people and rip people off and blackmail people. It's all a blackmail operation. That's what, I mean, honestly, that's what Trump was. That's why I think Trump was so familiar with what was going on, because he owned the Miss Universe pageant, right? That's nothing but a prostitution ring. Modeling agencies are nothing but prostitution rings. Here's an interesting one. Speaking of blackmail and prostitution, there is an app that is a dating app, but it's only for celebrities and influencers above a certain mark. Like if you're an influencer with 1 million followers or whatever, you can, this app will, hey, would you like to be on this dating app for only influencers and celebrities? It's networking, but it's dating app. I had a friend who, one of my childhood friends, actually went to work there. I'll tell you who it is afterwards. You'll shit yourself.
What the heck?
He went to work there for him. And when I heard about it, I was like, well, fucking congratulations. You're going to make a shitload of money. Good for you. The guy who started it, when he took a year off from college, went to Israel. And then when he came back, had an idea for a celebrity-only dating app and had all the funding he needed and technical support to make it happen. And then all the agents and lawyers and all that's connected in Hollywood that all these celebrities and influencers used were helping push it to them. All those people have Israeli ties as well, right? So what happens if you're sending dirty dick pics on the messaging app that you think is secure, but Israel has access to? They go tell your wife. They'll go put it out online. They'll say the sick shit. They have instant leverage. So you have all these celebrities who are suddenly on board with this war, and they're for Trump. And yeah, let's do this. Why? Because they probably downloaded that fucking celebrity dating app. And they're probably looking for a little piece of strange, and they didn't want their wife or their kids or their image to be damaged, or maybe they're gay, or maybe they're whatever. Maybe they want a woman to dress up in a fucking Bugs Bunny outfit and rail them with a steel dildo. I don't know. But the thing is, they sure shit don't want anyone else to know. That's the same thing with the Epstein was doing.
Yeah, it sounds like Epstein shit.
Yeah, it is. This is how intelligence agencies really gain control of everything. You got to understand.
Blackmail.
Yes. Blackmail and assassination. Blackmail and assassination. Or they just buy you off. Right? Psychological profilers know. It's like, this guy's never going to bend. Like, that's something they looked at Charlie Kirk, right? They have nothing to blackmail him on. They tried to buy him. I think they even fucking told him maybe his kids weren't his, or maybe his wife wasn't real. Like, why was he sleeping in the other room? Why didn't he have his wedding ring on? That guy?
Yeah.
He found some shit out.
Yeah.
And why is there a Vance Kirk 2028 website now up? Erica Kirk just got put on the fucking board of the Air Force Academy.
Yes, I did see that. And I also saw the most random. Okay, I know this is all conspiracy shit. All right, so don't.
No.
Come at me.
Conspiracies are fucking batting 20 for 20 right now.
Okay.
We're on
Okay.
board.
Well, then here's another one to throw out there. Is there a possibility that Vance and Erica Kirk are related?
I bet they are.
Or, like,
No, I bet they are.
siblings? Like, they're I saw this whole rabbit hole video that went all the way down to where they could be twins that were separated. One went in one direction, one went, like, and it shook my brain up, and then I
She's not
scrolled
old
past it. I
enough.
was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, she's not old enough to be that.
Okay.
So they're definitely not twins. Could they be related? Possibly. I mean, this is the reality. Like, the president of France is married to a man who may be his uncle, if not his father.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The Rothschilds, famous quotes throughout history, feel free to search any of them, used to brag about incest. There is a class of people moving around that believe things vastly different than the rest of us. And it doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't. They believe it.
Yeah.
And they're serious about it.
Yeah. And they
Um,
wanna keep that bloodline
yeah.
tight.
And they eat babies. They're fucking cannibals. That's how they see us. Understand that. That's how they see us.
Hmm.
There's such a disconnect there. It's
You're a
insane.
really
So,
big guy. I wonder how many times somebody's looked at you and been like, "Dude, our whole family could eat well tonight."
I'm marbled well too. You know, I live a comfortable life. Yeah.
Or they
Could be
smelled
thinner.
you when you were coming, and they were like, "Nah,
This
that one's
is- it's
sour."
that might be true. Well, it's interesting. So you say that. So there's an interview they do with this pedophile. I should send it to you whenever I see it again. I don't go looking for it. I don't want my algorithm pumping that shit into my
Yeah, I
my
feel that.
soul.
I'd probably rather you not send it to me than tell me.
So anyway, this guy's he's released. He's out, and they asked him, like, when you would target children to molest and abuse, how did you do the selection? Like, what kids didn't make the bracket? He's simple answer. The guy instantly said, the father.
Oh,
He's like, if I thought the father was a problem, he's like, if I thought he was dangerous, I wouldn't even make an approach. He's like, I preferred, children who didn't have fathers, or the fathers were very absent. He's like, that's the target. He's like, didn't you care about the mothers? No, not at all. And he's like, that's the easy one to win over. He's like, it's the father. He's like, it's like a father who's active or a father who's like standing. He's there. He's like, they could always tell. They say they know something was off. And he's like, and some guys are just scary. And he's like, so that's how that was the primary for his selection.
that's crazy.
Well, it makes sense why our generations of people have been so selected and encouraged to divorce, break apart, whore each other out, sell out for a better tomorrow for yourself instead of a different set of values that's permeated the rest of history. Is like, no, you fucking get it. Well, this happened, or they did this, or yes, they did.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of things
Move on.
leaving homes to fatherless families, and
There's a lot of it. It's just modern culture pushes it, glorifies it even. It glorifies it. The thing I think is always interesting, like different cop shows, right? I just saw some clip of a cop show. I think it's Blue Bloods or something. I've never seen an episode. But the woman arrests this guy. She's a female cop, arrests this guy. Well, you failed to aid a police officer. That's not a fucking law. I'm not required to aid a police officer. A police officer is not even required to aid me. They're not. Law enforcement is not required to protect you.
No, they're required to uphold their job is to uphold the law.
Yeah, and defend themselves.
Yeah.
That's why they have a gun.
Yeah.
Not to defend you. Not to help you, not to render aid. They don't have to fucking do shit. But TV shows put out this, right? Like another one, people will say, now I own firearms, and I can always tell someone who's been educated by firearms from movies. Because if they'll go to the range with me or they find out I own them or whatever, they're like, oh, did you get them registered? Ha ha ha. And it's like, you don't have to register a firearm. The news will say that, unregistered firearm. There's no such thing as an unregistered firearm. There's no firearm registration outside of very select states. And even then, that's always getting defeated in court. Yeah, there's background checks. That's it. And that paperwork isn't supposed to be kept. It's supposed to be destroyed. So there is no registration of firearms. And there's a huge lawsuit going on with the ATF right now. They may not have been destroying that paperwork. Maybe they've been holding on to it. Who gives a fuck? If you try to use that paperwork, it's not going to go anywhere because it's illegal. That's the truth of the matter. There is no firearm registration. We got to see if the serial number was reported stolen. Yes, someone can report a serial number of their firearm as stolen. You should. If you get a firearm stolen, you should go and say, hey, this gun was stolen. This is the serial number. If it
Yeah.
comes up in a crime or it's confiscated, it was mine. You're never going to get it back, but it is the right thing to do.
Yeah. It's a smart thing to do.
It's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Because like, well, we're going to trace that firearm back to the store that sold it. Yep, you can do that because that's what the serial number does. Like they may or may not have that paperwork on file because fucking stores are pretty good about burning their shit after they've passed that window. So, okay. So you did find it. It went to me. Like, oh, we found this that was used in a crime. Yeah, I sold it at a gun show. Well, who'd you sell it to? I don't fucking know. Some guy who paid me in cash.
Yeah.
Likely story. No, that's the real story. Have a nice day. You know, like that's the end of it. And that's all that's required. There's no registration. But people who don't know better believe that there is. You know, it's like people who don't know about in Tennessee, you can carry a firearm without a permit. A lot of states you can. A lot of states have moved to constitutional carry. Keep it in your car. Keep it on you. It's fine. Don't go into a bar with it. Don't drink with it. Right?
It didn't used to be that way.
Shit. Didn't used to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to go to another state, some states have reciprocity. If you have a permit and you've been permitted in Tennessee, that they'll acknowledge it. But you can go to some states that don't have constitutional carry and they won't recognize your constitutional carry. So I have a permit. I've had a permit since I was 21. Whatever. But people, when you hear their ideas of things, it's fed from TV, right? All these things are fed from TV. It's the same thing with how they think the world works or how they think government is. You know, it's like, oh, they're in there arguing, fighting. They're some of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Look at Lindsey Graham. He's obviously gay. You know what I mean? Which is fine. That's a lifestyle choice. I'm not fucking knocking the guy for it. But why is he pretending not to be? And how does South Carolina keep elected? And he's obviously a psychopath. Because when you hear him talk about killing people, he foams at the mouth. Loves it.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just this weird psychological break I think they've achieved with people through conditioning. And people think that that's, you know, some people do. They get behind it like, yeah, that's a guy who's passionate. No, he's not. He's passionate about getting paid, and he's talking about killing children.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back and look at what it really is. I feel like that rational thought is in short supply. It's in short supply, and we're just fucking heading towards a cliff. You know,
greed and egos are really, really destroying our world.
It's incredible.
Nobody wants to age. Everybody wants to live forever and be the most powerful and shit on everybody in their way.
That there's so much truth in that. You know, there's that the elite, as we call them, the elite, whatever the fuck they are. All right. They don't want to die. They don't. You're right. They want to live forever. And if you go down the conspiracy rabbit hole, that's been the fear forever. I mean, that's always been it. Whether it's been, you know, royals in the past slaughtering young girls to bathe in their blood or consume it because they thought it would keep them young. And for some reason, apparently it did. To Ellen DeGeneres having Jeffrey Epstein's island and background in the back of her show forever.
Yeah.
You know, as she's apparently in those things as one of the greatest of the cannibals. She left the fucking country.
Yeah, her artwork all over her house. Artwork on her house alone is like just that alone. Explain that. Explain you have all the money, all the resources, all the access to decorate your house however you choose. And those are the images you want to surround yourself with.
Yeah.
It goes back to like, I feel like I'm a little kid again and it all goes back to good and evil, you know?
No, the thing is, you're right. You're right. It does. I believe this. It does go back to good and evil. It does. And it's always one of those things that you never expect it to be what it is. Like, so I do a home church in my house. We do home church with friends and family. And you know that. People listening don't know that, but you know that. And so we do like a Bible study. We talk about what Christ says in the Bible and things like that. And someone who's ordained, someone who's been to a lot of churches, someone who's preached at different churches, it's rare how much the actual words of Christ are actually spoken in church. Because it's not in there. And you
Because
have
you're
this.
because
What's
you're not
that?
actually listening to a disciple of Christ, you're listening to some man
Oh yeah, yeah.
or woman, but mostly men.
Like anyone who says Christian Zionist is a fucking fool. It's a fool. So the fundamental belief of Christianity is that Christ is the Son of God. He died for your sin and rose again, and through the faith in the covering of his blood, your sins are forgiven. You are made new, and you are entered into a covenant with his Father, and only through him. That's it. And you don't have to do anything. It requires nothing of you other than to believe and repent and try to be better. Man, that's all of Christ's teaching. Love one another as you love yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love God above all others. Forgive. He even talks about in the Bible when it comes to like marriage and divorce that you shouldn't get divorced. He's like, I get that under the law, there's these rules that you can divorce someone or give your wife divorce. He's like, but probably don't do it. Right? Forgive her. What have you done? We've all fallen short. Those are the principles. And when you hear these people in pulpits, and I'll see things of them, they're just like, I literally watched when Tucker Carlson shared this guy, as did Candace Owens. This pastor who's of a huge church, he's a huge Christian Zionist. He's not a nobody in that evangelical world, foaming at the mouth saying that, it's about time we turned Palestine into a parking lot. He's like, if you got a problem with that, I got 6 doors. He's just talking tough. I hate when people talk tough who've never been hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're saying some shit and you have never been hit in the fucking mouth, because you know what?
Especially as a spiritual leader, because they should be humble. You
shouldn't be talking tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should be praying for these people.
Yeah. You should be leading with love, not fear.
Well, send your sons to war because God didn't will war. That ain't in there. Yeah, it's, and is a little bit of a government person myself for a few more months. I listen to people talk tough all the time. And I kind of didn't keep it together at one point because these two dudes were going back and forth about how badass they were. And I could tell neither one of them have ever been in a fucking fist fight. You know what I mean? By the shit they're saying. And they asked me, like, so when you were younger? And I was like, well, when I was younger, I got into a bit of a trouble because I got into a fist fight. And they're like, what? And I was like, oh, yeah. It's like, I tell you this. I was like, when you're sitting there waiting for a guy to wake up on the ground, understanding that your entire life might change if he doesn't wake up, it changes your fucking outlook on everything.
Yeah.
On everything. The arc of my life might have just stopped if he doesn't wake up.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I was like, it's because when grown men get into a fucking fight, people
get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. People get hurt. Ain't like, oh, we beat each other up and walked away. Then you're both bitches. You slapped each other a little, clawed, scratched me, pulled some hair.
Yeah.
But you see two dudes get into a fight and there's hell to pay.
Yeah. Because that's how it ends. It ends with somebody who can't keep fighting anymore.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody out. And then what? It's like, well, I hit him and he went down. Have you ever hit anyone and they went down? Because I have. You ever seen their head flop off the fucking concrete? I have. Have you sit there and said, uh-oh. Like, this is a fucking problem. This is a problem. All right, hey, fucking lift his legs. We got to get this guy to wake up. Because if he doesn't wake up, I'm going to prison. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that's the real world. That's the real world. And you hear these guys fucking talk tough from the pulpit or from politicians and like fucking Joe Biden, I'd take him out behind the woodshed. The only person you've ever taken out behind the woodshed was your daughter, and I pray for her soul after reading parts of her diary of what you fucking did to her. You monster who should have been thrown into a wood chipper. Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. And the craziest part is, and this is something I've always found to be true, right? So from my own faith, you see Christ, when he came, he talked to the sinners. He talked to the whores and prostitutes. He talked to the tax collectors. He talked to the thieves, the murderers, right? That's who he went and talked to. He did not talk to the church or government officials. My theory for that is they didn't have enough soul to salvage. It's not true. And then I'm taking that, but it's something I tell myself and it makes me giggle. But like, I look at this, right? All these billionaires and whatnot, all these people who don't want to die. They don't want to die because they've been worshiping Satan and eating children for 20 years, and they believe that there is a hell, and they never thought that it was really going to come for them, and now it is. Okay. But let's look at someone who objectively people would kind of criticize for being a whore or a bad person. Let's look at Pamela Anderson. All right. Sex tapes, nudies, like that's how she made her whole career.
Yeah.
And where is she now at this stage of life? She doesn't wear makeup. She's settled down with Liam Neeson. She's trying to turn her life around. You know, Jenna Jameson, right? Maybe the most famous porn star of all time. Has dedicated her life to Christ, regrets everything she's ever done. She said, I can't take it down and I can't stop it. It's out there forever. But I can choose how I live today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, you start running through these chicks like this who were icons or sex symbols and how they've turned themselves around with that. And it's interesting to see the media is the first one to mock them and throw up everything they've done. Right? Yet they'll tell us what a great guy fucking Bill Gates is. So this is the interesting thing about Bill Gates. Bill Gates had a long-time nanny. He had a nanny even after he didn't have kids anymore. And him and this nanny would go on vacations a couple times a year. And his wife never gave a fuck. Right? It is what it is. That's some marriages. Some marriages operate that way. I don't understand it. It's not for it's none of my business. But when he got charged in the Jeffrey Epstein files, she immediately filed the divorce. What does that tell you? Yeah. It's a sick world.
Yeah.
I think we judge people too harshly. We judge the wrong people. Uh-oh.
You're frozen too.
Yeah, you're frozen. Can you still hear me?
What? Dude, you've been frozen. Like, we've both been frozen. You're not even there anymore. Fun. Come back. Come back.
Hello?
Hey. Okay. Yeah, it like froze up big time for a long time.
Well, we are on the cusp of World War III.
So what does that mean?
IT, cyber attacks, lagging issues.
You think this was a StreamYard issue?
Yeah, this is a StreamYard issue. I just logged out, logged back in.
Okay.
It locked like my whole thing locked out. It wasn't my service. It's not my internet. It's
okay.
Yeah. It's this
Wow.
I telling them.
That was crazy.
Well, that's what happens. You start making points, and I truly believe the enemy tries to get in the way.
Fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. I think a lot of these people are, like you'd said, trying to live forever. And they always have. It's always been that class of people, right? It's all great and grand when you're getting everything you want in the beginning, but at some point the price is going to come due. And you might realize, hey, you know, these demons that we worship, that we have to kill children for and eat them and desecrate their flesh. What happens when we die?
There's a lot out there about all the sacrifices too. Keeps adding up. And they just keep showing example after example with, you know, music artists or just anybody in the entertainment industry, sports, anything, who their first child at any age
dies.
Yeah.
Got to pay a price. There was this like influencer podcast, and these guys were talking about, and he's like, you know, before we kind of got to where we are, remember when we used to stay in this like whatever apartments, whatever in LA, and one of the girls like was their regular friend they all knew. She was crying. She's like, she went and met with like a casting director or whatever, and they said, you can do this, but let me put you in touch with the right agent. And the right agent's like, so this is how this works. You're gonna have to sacrifice someone. You sacrifice someone you love, you'll get your movie. I'll get you $20 million. Get you 2 or 3 movies. You're going to take off, but you have to pick someone to sacrifice. And she called and told her mom, and her mom told her, so I'll do it for you. I'll do it so you can have your dream.
What the fuck?
And they're like, someone was probably just fucking with her. And they're like, yeah, but she's the one who decided to leave Hollywood. She didn't want to be a star anymore.
There's too much out there.
There's too much, and
there's too much for there not to be.
No, it's something going on.
Truth in it, yeah.
Isaac Cappy. Was one of the first big who blew lids off things, and he ended up dying. And Tom Hanks was putting pictures of like the roadside and shit that he died at.
You know, I truly believe that one of the reasons that the defining difference between Isaac Cappy and so many others that have come out and said the things they said is that he also said, I am not suicidal.
Yeah.
Because he recorded himself saying that, and then it's become a thing now. Now it's a thing. Everybody who talks something and they know they're saying something crazy, they also add to it, I'm not suicidal. Yeah. But it's kind of where that started.
Tom Hanks and his one shoe pictures.
Yeah, there's a lot about Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some creepy fuckers out there. And then you find out like all these celebrities are all kind of related to each other. Tom Hanks and Oprah are related.
No way. How?
Yes, I don't know. It's just some fucking cousin.
You know who's been quiet? Is Ashton Kutcher.
Him and his woman left the country.
Yeah, they've been real quiet lately.
They're making a Danny Masterson documentary.
They are?
No, someone else.
Who is?
Some people who are going to expose everything that he was into in that cast.
So they got out before.
They got the fuck out.
Because they're quiet. It makes me wonder, like, are they making movies right now or what? Like, they always got shit to say.
They love to have shit
They're
to
always
say.
Putting their 2 cents in on stuff. Yeah, and it's nothing. I mean, radio silence for months now.
Ashton Kutcher was one of Puff Daddy, Sean Diddy Combs' best friends.
Mm-hmm.
As is Leonardo DiCaprio. In fact, when they asked Diddy, who's the best people you would invite to the party, Leonardo DiCaprio was number 1. Ashton Kutcher was number 2.
Yeah. Leonardo is not, it's upsetting, just because he was
fucking
like a
weirdo.
Yeah. But I mean, he gives himself away. I mean, he's got a new, once she passes like age 27, 28, she's too old for him. He won't even, that right there.
He likes him young. He likes him young, and it's weird. That's always been a weird thing. Because to me, that just be irritating as shit.
It really, yes. And that's what's, it's hard for me. I joke with Mike. I joke with my husband, like just joking. But I'd be like, dude, if you ever left me for a younger woman, I'm just going to sit back and laugh my ass off because you're going to go fucking crazy. So if I am too much for you, some young buck is going to drive you up the fucking wall with the energy level, with the shit they want to talk about, with the places they want to go, the things they want to do. Like, fuck me, man. Young people are annoying when you get old. And it's the truth. And so to stop and think about an older man with this young girl over and over, it's like, what are you? How do you do that? But I guess because it's all, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, man. It's all.
She doesn't have enough life behind her to see what's going on. Or she's too starstruck. She's desperate and craving. There's a certain person they're looking for. Person's not going to ask a lot of questions. You know what I mean? It's fucking. What's the guy that? He's been in a couple movies. He's always been in a couple. They put him in fucking everything. He's also the singer of a band. Like I don't. He's a method actor. He's a fucking weirdo.
Joaquin Phoenix.
No, I like Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin's raised in a cult.
He does the music shit.
No, this guy's famous. Like
Kevin Bacon.
No, famous music, not terrible music. Sorry, Kevin. Like I like your movies, man, but fuck. Just let the music go.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby.
Stop.
It's a hobby.
Russell Crowe, on the other hand, with Indoor Garden Party.
You like it, huh?
I gotta be honest. I think if you listen to it, you dig it. It's like
I like the name Indoor Garden Party. That right there
that was a
is
choice.
inviting. Yeah,
That was
I
a choice.
know. I like it. I like it a
No,
lot.
he just acted in the movie Morpheus. Oh
I
man,
don't know
he's
who
been in a
you're
bunch
talking
of shit.
about.
He runs he has his own sex cult. He bought an old military compound in LA.
What the? Who are
Yeah,
you talking
I'm gonna
about?
tell you. Fill the time while I Google.
He has a sex cult.
Yeah, Jared Leto.
Oh, picturing his face. Yeah, he looks like that.
Oh, he's a fucking weirdo.
But Jared Leto was always an actor before he was a musician, though, right? He was
No,
not.
his band's huge. It's that fucking like I can't think of the name, but they have songs everywhere.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. Yeah, he looks.
it's
He
30
does.
Seconds to Mars. This is his
That's the
band.
name of their group?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, they got a bunch of hits.
I've
Like
never heard of it.
yeah,
But
it's
I'm
all right.
old.
I mean, hey, you know what? The guy can't sing. I'll give him that. He's hitting some notes, but he's also fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super weird. But yeah, he bought an old compound that apparently has tunnels and shit under it. The military built and runs like a little sex cult there. All like they all worship him. Oh no, you're freezing up. Oh no, StreamYard, you're fucking us.
Cutting out again. We're stalling again. We've been frozen. Uh-oh. Just lost you.
How about now? Yeah,
Oh, you're
I
back.
can't see you though.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's StreamYard. But anyway, so there you are.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing on this
Yeah,
one.
it's good for it's good practice. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of I'm telling you, it's when we talk about real shit and we're talking about some real shit, even though it sounds crazy. You know, things go haywire. But yeah, it's people want to live forever instead of just embracing what comes next.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. They want to be worshipped as gods now, which is strange. But no, Jared Leto's a weird one. They're all fucking weirdos, dude. They're all weirdos.
I always wanted to be a vampire.
What?
Now I look at it all differently.
Oh, that's right. You said that before.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be any kind of monster like that. I never wanted to live forever. I always thought that was more of a curse than anything. I think I watched too much Highlander. Like the Highlander thing is like, oh, the immortal live forever. It's like if you watch the show or the movies, he's not stoked. None of these fucking guys are stoked. He's been alive for 1,000 years, and he's like, you know how many heartbreaks I've had? You know how many friends I've buried? Do you know like fucking pain I'm carrying? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that suck.
Yeah. I think once my kids pass, I'd be all right. That'd be the hard part.
Then you're alone.
I feel alone sometimes already, Bubba.
Don't we all? Yeah.
Hit me on a certain Tuesday. Shit.
Yeah. Think of the certain like if you're going through time like that and it's forever, the first couple 100 years would be interesting. What about 1,000? What about 2,000? At 2,000 years, what does 10 years even mean? Like the trends you wouldn't even be able to keep up with anymore.
They wouldn't matter anymore.
They would be blinking, but you got to blend in.
That's probably where I would fail. I think I would get tired of blending. I would get tired of, yeah, I guess I'd probably get tired.
Just go full blood god and start eating people like they do on Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Oh.
Making human jerky. Even Joe Rogan's talking about that. Like, what's the deal with the jerky they keep talking about?
I will say the worst picture that I have seen out of the Epstein files is the one. It's the one with the frozen meat or the It's like chicken, and then there's a child, and then there's more chicken.
Yeah.
If that's a real fucking picture, if that's not AI, if that's not CGI, if that's not whatever the fuck they call it to make shit up anymore, if that's a real picture, I can't get that one out of my head.
And there's no reason to like there's no reason to be
know what I'm
making
talking
those
about, don't you?
comparisons. Yes. There's the thing that haunts me is it's a video of this guy and it looks like John Podesta, dressed as a clown, and this kid's against the background and they're singing this song, and the kid's in makeup and the guy's in makeup and he's like just screaming and the kid's just crying. And people are like, what the fuck is this? If you followed, and maybe we should do an episode on that. Maybe we should do an episode on the satanic panic. And the methods of psychological warfare and manipulation, the reason they dress in costume, the reason they do these things is that way if the child ever recounts what happened, no one will believe it. They were making me sing this song and they were hurting me and they were all dressed like clowns. What? He's having a bad dream, kid.
Don't they kill these kids anyway? Don't they kill them?
Not all of them. So abusing children like that is known to break their psyche. That's how Erica Kirk was made. I bet horrible things happened to her. And that's why she's a fucking robot. They broke her mind. They broke her mind. They desensitized her. They fractured her consciousness. That's why they do these things.
That's really horrible.
It's an evil that we should purge from the earth. You know, I take it to my faith. My faith says, do not fear. So this is the world of Satan. He's walking. This is his kingdom. This is the Satan's kingdom. Christ tells us to endure to the end. That's what I got to do. That's all I can do.
Well, on that note.
Yeah. Any words of wisdom?
You really want me to fall for